All right, so I am back. I am back. I had to get myself together. So, I just finished the first question in the second stage of my shadow work program, 21 questions. So go check that out. I'm going to leave that on my profile for probably the weekend. And then if you didn't catch it then, if you're in my mailing list, you'll be able to see it because I'll have it available for the 24-hour replay, okay? All right, so this read for the collective and any donation-based general readings will focus on the waning and what do you need to release. Okay, and so in my last live, Henna, shout out to Henna, Mistress the Conjurer, she donated some badges, so I told her I would do her a general reading when I hop back on live. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out the way. All right. If you happen to join and you would like a reading, all you have to do is donate and support with a badge, and you will get a free reading. How does that sound? Whew, let me loosen up a little bit. I'm a little sleepy now. It's what, 12:54 a.m. Eastern time. I'm kind of tired all day. I'm gonna take a little nappy nap. We'll get some rest. And then I gotta do my homework, yo. I still haven't done any homework. No homework. I hope you guys are having a good evening. Good day whenever you decide to watch this. I think these are pretty mixed up pretty good. Mixed up pretty good. Alright, this card is for Henna. And we're going to let that out. And we're going to do a self-care. Oh. All right. All right, so Henna, this is going to be interesting. I've got 3 of Wands reversed. I've got the Empress reversed. I've got 9 of Cups reversed. I've got Love. And I've got sex. Interesting. So the theme, waning. What do you need to release? Three of Wands reversed. So upright, this card it has Aries on here. Sun in Aries, and you're Aries. So Lord of Established Strength. But it's reversed. So I feel like it's saying maybe release the need to not be vulnerable. Hey, love, you pop right on. I just got started literally doing your reading, so I can just pretty much just go over the cards that I just pulled. So I got 3 of Wands reversed. I got the Empress reversed. I got the 9 of Cups reversed. I got love. I got sex. And the theme of all the readings that I'm doing, general and collective, if I do something after this, is the waning. What do you need to release, right? What do you need to release? I'm a little sleepy, so forgive me. I've been running all day, and I decided to go live at the craziest times. But I thought it was interesting because the 3 of Wands has Aries on it. I don't know if you could see it right there in the corner. So, but it's reversed. This card is called Lord of Established Strength, and it's reversed. And so the theme is, what do you need to release? And I was getting ready to get into, maybe we need to release the resistance to be vulnerable. The fact that the card upright is just like established strength. So I feel like for some reason you have to release some type of vulnerability. Wands deals with passion, creation, just energy, mind. So I don't know. I think that's pretty interesting, but definitely there's some type of vulnerability in some aspect that need to, and it's not in a bad way. It's not like, I guess it's like the need to not be vulnerable, so to speak. So yeah, to like have support and want support, or want to depend on anybody, like the release to not want to be that, to feel that. And then the next one, the Empress reversed, which is some blockages. I mean, the Empress represents fertility, and it's interesting now that I'm also looking at it, is we got 3 of Wands, the Empress represents 3, and then we've got the 9 of Cups, but it's reversed, and a 9 reversed is a 6. So we're working with manifestation issues, fertility, as far as birthing things, earning. 6, 9 could represent oil change, or before the next level. And so the fact that all of the cards are reversed is there's some type of blockage in those areas and aspects of like earning, change. A lot of 3s. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, and even if we want to add it up, 6 and 9 is 15, and 15, 1 and 5 is 6. So, and that's the year 2022. If we still want to look further into numerology and about this year, so 2022 is about earning. So this is like a business thing, just really being passionate, about certain things, and the Empress. And on my card, the Empress has the Phoenix right in front of her. And we know that the Phoenix literally ignites on fire and then is reborn a new, bird transformation. So there's definitely things on the horizon, but there's just blockages. There's mental blockages. You've got a lot going on mentally. And as long as you continue to not get support or, release that feeling of, being vulnerability, is weak in certain situations or whatever, I feel like things will start to get better. Yeah, that's interesting. And so the Nine of Cups, it's Lord of Material Happiness. Literally, it's Jupiter and Pisces on here. It's everything going as far as relationships, connections. And in this aspect, I feel like it's just things that you're really striving for and things that you're passionate about. That there's, Jupiter deals with fortune. Pisces deals with sacrifices, dreams. Before I pull another card, I'm going to go through these. So in what aspect, because this is Lord of Material Happiness, but it's not a Pentacles card, it's a cup. And it's a 9, and it's reversed. So again, there's a lack of satisfaction with earnings, maybe. And the water's pouring out, so I don't know if we have feelings of trying to give up. So we definitely should not give up, especially if you keep seeing repetitive 3s. Those are 3 is like a foundation. I always think of a 3-legged stool, so definitely don't give up. Different strategies, different perspectives, but let's look at what else we have to release. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So maybe, we need to release issues of things not... I feel like, things can be pure. What do you need to release? With love, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And I don't really know what to go with that. I don't know if you understand. Love, relationship, I don't know. I really don't know. Let me pull another card to see what go with this. So I pulled grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. And so that's interesting. And I know that you've been dealing with a lot of loss in the last few years, with all of your animals and stuff like that. So maybe through that grief and that love, you started the store, because of your dog. So I don't know. I don't know if it's something that you can take from that, really, or what to release it. Release grief. Continue to just go through those moments, those emotions, feel them, transmutate them, and release, of course. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. It's a really interesting perspective, especially when it comes to loved ones. So, I guess these two go hand in hand. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So even in grief, you know, seeing the good in the grief and the emotions that you're going through when you think about the losses that you've had. I know sometimes the environment that you're in is not really, you know, where you want to be or whatever. So just continue to, and I see you've been posting pictures lately. That's more something for a private reading, perhaps. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, okay. I felt like I didn't know where I was going for a little bit. And lastly, I've got sex. So I don't know if you've got some, you know, pent up frustration or some sexual tension or something that we just kind of need to release, but that was definitely pulled. All right, so let me know if you resonate with that card. Let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a brief reading for the collective. And I'm going to try to be on tomorrow to work on question 2 of my shadow work program. Yeah. I'm just gonna let this stay since it fell out. And this is still pretty much underneath the waning moon. This is under that energy of what we need to release. Okay? So, let's do this. What's up? Getting ready to do a reading for the collective. See what we need to release during this waning cycle. I've been busy with some sex magic lately. That's crazy. Wow. Alright, I guess I'll do all 3 since all 3 just kind of like flew out. We definitely need essential oil. Alright now, either I'm just tired or y'all just really want to get out these decks. I'm gonna do on crystal card, Reserve and Mr. Tarot, and I think I gotta do a self-care card, and then we can start. And of course, I think it's a mixture of me being tired and wow, okay. And one more card. Yes, a self-care card. And this is for everybody. If it don't apply, let it fly. If it resonates, then let's get some things, together. Let's start making some changes, something, All right. So we are going to start with my cards, the Urban Mystic Tarot. Okay, these are the ones that are handwritten right here. 111, pay attention to your guides, okay? 5, change. All right, so what do we need to release? We need to release the spirit of unawareness, right? Being self-aware, being spiritually aware of your environment, your energy field, things that are going on around in the physical realm and in your energetic atmosphere is extremely important. I pick up on a lot of things based on the energy people give off, body language. So let's just start paying attention. And this just don't mean to you guys. This just means overall. There's a lot of changes taking place And you're going to have the ability to have the one-up, to understand what's going on, to always be front runner, whatever it is that you have to be, because you're aware. You're being aware. You're spiritually aware. You're listening. You're observing. You're taking heed to what's going on around. You know, when others aren't paying attention, and that's why I've always been successful in life, even in high school. You know, I hung with people that joke around all the time, and I would joke around, and I'd be doing my homework. I'd be doing my work, and they be joking around, and then when it's time to turn stuff in, nobody's got their work done. I got my work done, you know, because I could separate myself from what other people were doing. I didn't get caught off track. I was still observing, still aware of what I needed to do, even though I was still joking around too. And some people are just not equipped. They can't do two things at one time. So just be aware, you know, as you're talking, connecting with people, notice how people are looking at you. Notice how people are responding to you. Just pick up the vibe, because there's some different vibes, good and bad, that you need to be aware of, okay? So just be aware of that, for sure. Let's see. Essential oils. I've never heard of this one. Neroli. It represents unity. The trigger statement is, I'm unstable. The true statement is, I'm aware. Didn't I just talk about that? That's what I was literally just talking about with these two cards, about releasing that spirit of unawareness. And that literally just told us that we need to be aware. It's just confirmation. Now more than ever, you need to pay attention to what's going on in your atmosphere and how people are responding to you. So this card just confirmed what I was talking about with this. So true statement is, I am aware. You are strengthening the connection between your energetic and physical bodies to help you manifest your goals. Okay? That is extremely important. That is extremely important. That is extremely important that you learn how to connect your energetic and your physical bodies to help you manifest your goals. Not only to manifest your goals, just to understand what's going on around you. It's a lot that goes on. And if you're not aware, you're not going to pick up on things, right? You're going to be left in the dark. The second essential oil that I picked up on was cedarwood. I love cedarwood. Cedarwood, I love that smell. It represents connection, right? Trigger statement is, it's too much. Trigger statement is, it's too much. True statement is, I'm grounded in my body. Use your empathic abilities to connect with others. Discern the information you receive and do not take on what is not your own. Do you see how this reading is flowing, y'all? Do y'all see how I came out and told y'all from the jump? From my Urban Mystic Tarot, to be aware, there's changes taking place, good or bad. Pay attention, observe. That's where I started off with. Then we got Neroli that went into it more about being aware. The truth statement is, I am aware. You are strengthening the connections between your energetic and physical bodies to help you manifest your goals. And now we have cedarwood, which is telling us again, use your empathic abilities to connect with others. Discern the information you receive and do not take on what is not your own. This is connection, and this represents unity. All right? Being self-aware helps you learn other people. Being self-aware helps you become successful. It helps you learn your surroundings. It helps you learn how to connect with people. When you observe how people react and respond to you, it's very important, because people operate in this world, in this life, and they just move, and they don't even think about the impressions that they're leaving on people. We always hear people talk about first impression is the most important thing, right? The first time you see somebody, that's the first impression that you get. You always want to give off a good impression, right? So, you know, some people move through life just, talking or being a certain way, being egotistical, being this way, being that way. And all these people are picking up this vibe, and that person has no clue because they're not self-aware. And people may even be telling them. They may even be telling you. You may even be telling these people, like, hey, look. And they're like, it's whatever. So if that's what's going on, if you're that person or you have somebody in your environment that's like that, they're going to be put in a position where they're going to be made to be self-aware, right? And it's going to be humbling, and that could be good or it could be bad. So take heed. This message is for everybody, including myself. Okay? What's up, DJ Real? This message is for everybody, including myself. I'm definitely taking heed. So just continue to be self-aware of how people are responding to you. You're going to find out who your ops are. You're going to find out who's supporting you, who's riding for you, who's genuine, who's not. All based on how they react and respond to things that you're putting in place, things that you're doing, things that you're talking about, your forward movement in life, your focus and tension. You are going to see these people respond, and you're going to have to know how to move accordingly, okay? What we got next? We're going to go to the Soul Journey card. So, again, what do we need to release? This is under the waning energy. Loneliness. Loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. First of all, if you're not your friend, like your own friend, like if you're not friends with you, like how can you be friends with anybody else if you can't entertain yourself or love yourself or be by yourself? Like I literally know people who cannot be alone. They're afraid to be alone. They always have to have somebody around them. That's crazy. Are you scared of your own thoughts? Are you scared of, what you might think? Are you afraid? I don't know. Like, there comes a time where you're going to have to be by yourself. And you're going to have to face you. And you can't hide behind your friends. You can't hide behind social gatherings. You can't hide behind other people. You can't hide behind your money. You can't hide behind your titles. You can't hide behind anything, right? You're going to have to face yourself, look yourself in the mirror. And if it's because you need to do some shadow work, then do the shadow work. There's no sense of running from it because it's just going to keep repeating these things that are happening, this empty feeling of loneliness that we need to release, right? Once you start shadow work, once you start really focusing on you and really understanding what self-love is, right? Once you really start understanding what self-love is, you won't be lonely, right? And I had that journey, y'all. I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 in December. And literally, my whole life, I was a loner. I really didn't have friends. I didn't fit in. I was kind of forced to be my own friend. And it helped out in the long run because now as an adult, I'm comfortable. I'm okay with being by myself. I don't need to have a group of people. I don't have to be going out to social gatherings to feel complete, to validate myself. I validate myself, right? And when I feel bad, when I'm going through things and my self-esteem's a little bit low, I say positive affirmations. I listen to music that motivates me and instills what I can't put inside myself at that moment. All right. So if you're feeling lonely, it's because you've not become your own friend. You're not your friend. If you have to feel like you got to be around people all the time, you always got to be texting somebody, you always got to be calling somebody on the phone. You just can't never have a moment of just you being with you. Just I'm just here relaxing, not reaching out to nobody. That's a problem. That's a problem, right? So you can't be somebody's friend. You can't love somebody if you don't establish these things for yourself. If you don't establish self-love. if you don't establish a relationship with yourself. It's very important. How you treat yourself is how other people are going to treat you, right? And how you treat yourself is how you should treat other people. You know, start caring about yourself, caring about what you eat, you know, your mental health, you know, finding, like, let's figure out the issue of why you have an issue with not being able to just be by yourself. You know, so let's release that feeling of loneliness. You're never alone. There's so many aspects and levels of you, and then we have our higher self. And then you have your ancestors, and then you have your spirit guides, and then your God. You know, you're not by yourself, ever by yourself. We're all connected at that, on a collective level. So, you know, it's funny how I was talking about, like, us introverts. We always think that we're the only ones going through these things, and it's so many other people. It's how many billion people on the planet feeling the same way? And in all reality, we're not alone. You know, so it's just like, it's like an oxymoron kind of when we say we're lonely a little bit. If you know what I mean. All right, next card I have for self-care is sound healing. And remember, we're talking about the waning moon and what we need to release. So if you have a sound bowl, I have one over here. I'm too tired to get up right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been up all day, but let's do some sound healing. You know, let's do some sound healing. It helps release tension. It even helps release, like, sickness. Like, one time I was, and I need to do it now because I'm kind of stuffed up, but one time I was really sick, and I just decided to do the bowl, and I just started, like, coughing up all this stuff, and I instantly, you know, started, like, I felt like my healing process was moving faster because I was using sound healing. So it's amazing what you can release, what you can let go of, what state, you know, a certain sound bowl, depending on the pitch, what it can do for your mental, for your physical, like, tuning things, and just creating a sense of peace and calm in your mind. And they have, like, YouTube videos where you can do the Tibetan bowls. If you don't have your own bowl, play them on YouTube. You know what I mean? But you need to start putting yourself in a certain state, you know, especially if you've got a lot of anxiety, a lot of moving parts in your life. I was recently in a car crash. I really can't say too much about it, because I got a lawyer and all that stuff, but a car literally fell on me. Like, my perspective, my life is just really, I don't know right now. You know what I mean? And, like, for times like these, like, I'm glad this card came up, because I'm going to go over there after I finish this and probably sit with the bowl for a little bit. And just adjust and attune my mind, right? And just, it's like a tuning fork. You hit it and it just sets everything straight with that vibration and that frequency. So sound healing is really important, and I really want to stress it, especially during this waning cycle, to help us release tension, anger, frustration. We have a lot of things pent up, and especially for people that have, like, health issues. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm not a doctor, disclaimer. But having high blood pressure, I was quick to anger, right? A lot of the frustration and the anger and the anxiety that I went through was because of health issues. So just think about those things too when we think about pent-up anger, aggression, frustration, short fuse, you know, things of that nature. It's not just, you know, because somebody might be mean. It may be because it's a side effect of something going on and they don't know, right? So just think about that. I don't know why I brought that up. Let's see here. I got 3 goddess guidance. 3 goddesses. So Green Tara wants us to start delegating. Ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything yourselves. So we're gonna release the need to try to be superhumans or like superheroes, or Superwoman, Superman. We're human beings. People like Beyonce and all those people, they have a team. She has a team of people and she works very hard. I'm taking nothing away from Beyonce, but she also has a team of people to assist her in order for her to be great and to do the things that she do, along with other successful people. These people are not doing all of these things themselves. They have a team of people behind them. Okay? So whatever that means for you on whatever level, delegate. For instance, I always talk from example. Me, I had a cleaner. It took a lot out of me. I felt awkward at first, because I come from poverty. I never had nobody come clean my house, but now I'm looking at it in a different manner. I'm providing somebody, with money. It's a service. And I get to focus on other things because I had somebody come in and clean, weekly. So just think about that. Like, what can you delegate? If you can afford it, get a cleaner. It's really not as expensive as some people think it is. If I hire somebody 4 hours every Sunday to come clean. I got 3 floors just to vacuum, do the dishes, clean the bathrooms. You know what I mean? $20-something an hour. That's not that bad. So things are affordable when you manage your money. If you out here buying all this other stuff, but then you're stressed because your house is dirty, you know what I mean? Like, you aren't doing certain things. So let's start managing our money so that we can delegate things or pay for services to help make our life easier. You want to manifest success. You want to manifest a quality of life. These are the things that you can afford to do that help you in your advancement to whatever success you want. Right? I do too much. I'm a boss, y'all. I'm in school for my doctorate degree. I run a business. I have children. I have a husband. I don't have time to clean the way I would want to. I mean, do I clean my house? Of course. I still do laundry. We still have to clean up other stuff. But primarily, I got somebody to come in and just do certain things that we can't do. And it's okay. And I felt weird about it, but I kept hearing other people say it, like other entrepreneurs, like, look, you have to delegate some things. You have to delegate some things. So whatever it is that you have to delegate, if it's work, if it's at home, start allowing other people to do things. And if you're a perfectionist or you're earth sign or you just want control, if you're going to delegate things, of course, lay out how you want it to be done, but understand that it may not be done how you would do it, but if the job gets done, let it be done. And if you're one of them like super top tier people, everybody may not come to your standards completely. Like, example, me. I am very top tier when it comes to handling things, paperwork, efficient with a lot of things, and realizing that there's not a lot of people that are skilled and top tier at certain things. And as a boss, I have to learn how to meet people at their best. I learn how to pull the best out of people from what they can do, not trying to match because what I can do, they should do, right? And so we got to understand that when we delegate things out too. Just kind of be aware of that, right? The next goddess is Irene, and she represents peace. There's no need to worry as everything is working out. So we need to release the spirit of worrying, right? Worrying does not change the situation. You can worry all day, and really, actually, what you're doing is just projecting low vibration, negative energy about the situation if you're worrying about it. The best thing to do is pray, release, and just don't think about it. If you can't do nothing else, If you feel like you can't speak positivity over the situation, then just pray and release and try to forget about it. Because worrying is, you manifest what you think. Thoughts create things. When you speak things, you manifest things. And the things that you speak were first thoughts. They was up in here. They was all up in here as thoughts. And then they come down as words. So you need to be careful what you speak and what you worry about and what you project over your success, over your life, over your loved one is very important. And worrying will block your blessings. Worrying will block your energy. Worrying about things that you have absolutely no control over will block your energy. What am I always talking about? Yourself. Focus on yourself and what you can do in the situation. If you've done all you can do in the situation, then you need to let it go, period. You need to let it go. Cry about it one good time or even a couple times. If you got to cry it out, release it, keep moving. You got to cry about it again, release it. But the point is to keep moving on and just release. You cannot hold on to worry and then it gets all up in here in your chest and your stomach and it sits there and it eats at you. Right? And it's not a good feeling. So positive affirmations, listen to music, listen to motivational things. There are so many things out there that can help motivate you when you don't feel like it, or can help you have faith. If you don't have faith in your situation, it's not going to work out. And worrying does nothing. It changes nothing. Next, we have Isolde, and she represents undying love. The love you share is eternal, regardless of the situation. So I feel like this is telling us to release, with the waning moon, any type of resentment or ill will you have towards a partner or a past partner. If you've recently gone through a breakup or you're currently going through an argument with somebody you're romantically involved in, okay? Holding on to resentment does nothing. Right? You can't take away the love that y'all felt for each other. You just can't. And both of y'all know that. And being petty, being resentful, being angry, trying to, remove the memories out of your life, whatever, you burning pictures, whatever it is you're doing, doesn't take away from the fact that you love that person. I don't know if you feel like you're beneath that person or that person didn't deserve you. But at one point, y'all was connected on the same love frequency. So, deal with it and go from there. But you can't keep holding on and resenting and trying to deny the feelings and the emotions that you have, because they are real. And sometimes understand that even though you love somebody, sometimes they may not be good for you at that time in life, or at that moment. But once again, love doesn't go anywhere. You can love somebody and walk away. You can love somebody and maintain boundaries. You can love somebody and hurt them. Somebody can love you and hurt you. People, we have to be able to entertain different perspectives and ideologies and understand that certain things can happen while other things are happening at the same time. Somebody can love you and cheat. You can cheat and love somebody. Love is a complex emotion. Emotions are complex. They're made to be that way for a reason. And the more emotional intelligence that you have, the more you start to understand that love frequency. And it's real. And when you meet somebody on that love frequency and that realness, nothing can break that, and you can't deny it, right? So stop being resentful, stop being angry, be grateful for the experience, learn it, and, move on. If you connected with somebody on a love frequency, there's no way they can be better than you, because at one point y'all was on the same frequency. You feel me? You feel me? All right, so I left the best for last. I got the tarot. All right, so I got the Emperor. I got the Chariot reversed. And I got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So again, these are things that we need to work on. during the waning cycle. And the waning cycle just started because the full moon was, on the 16th? So we've got a lot of time between now and the new moon to kind of focus on things that we want to release and really be proactive with like writing it out and maybe implementing a change or, releasing something, right? So the Emperor represents control, authority, so again, what do we need to release? I feel like we need to release the need to control again, which is like the main theme. Stop trying to control situations. Just worry about controlling yourself. Autonomy. I've been really strong in this word, autonomy. The Emperor is the number 4. The number 4 is just like order, structure. Like the more you worry about yourself, the more discipline that you put on yourself, the more routine that you put on yourself, the more you invest in yourself, the better you get, the more control that you have, right? When we try to exert control outside of our atmosphere, outside of our bodies and our energies, it's a little bit harder to do, right? But when you control from within, meaning manipulation, persuasion, not in a bad way. When I use the words manipulation and persuasion, think of it like a gun. A gun in the wrong hands can be bad. A gun in the right hands can save somebody. Manipulation and persuasion, these are tactics that they use for advertising, marketing, right? So there are things that you can do within your own self to help you gain control of situations, to help people understand you, to listen to you, how you talk, what kind of words do you use, how you express yourself. You see me, I like to, use my hands and stuff, kind of keep people, interested in what I'm saying. You guys know that I'm kind of serious about what I'm talking about, or I really care about what I'm talking about because of my posture, so just continue to just worry about you, worry about controlling you, right? And the more you worry about controlling you, you're going to be a driving force. Aries is a powerful sign. It's a cardinal zodiac modality. It's a leader, right? And so you'll be able to lead by working on yourself. People are going to see it. The Chariot Reverse, so there's a blockage. And again, I think it's a blockage with focused intention, right? The Chariot represents going forward, going fast, right? In a chariot, it's reversed. We're not focused. We're distracted. You can't have control of a situation when you're not even paying attention to the situation, when you don't know what's going on, when you're not invested, right? When you've got so many things going on, you need to have tunnel vision. If it's about, repairing your relationship, your romantic relationship, work at your job, like, stop allowing things to distract you. Write out the main things that you need to focus on, and anything else, we have to kind of put it to the wayside right now. Okay, so we're not focused enough on what we're doing, and that leads to chaos, which is kind of the last card, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Upright, it's allowing, the universe, the divine, to do what it do. When it's reversed, you're resisting, you're going against, you're not allowing things to play out. And you're not allowing things to play out because you're not trying to gain control. So it's just chaos. It's just hectic. No order. You don't even know what path you're really going because you're not being self-aware, self-observant, spiritually, emotionally, physically, what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be going. We're not writing out goals. We're not doing anything to help plan a foundation, to create some type of order and some type of empowerment, You know, how can you feel empowered to do anything when you were not writing out goals to accomplish anything and then reward yourself? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't accomplish anything and then reward yourself after, like when you complete things, right? You're feeding you're creating like new brain connections and wires. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like each time that it's like you're adding new wiring or something to your brain. If you write out a goal and you complete that goal, right? And then you reward yourself. It's like Pavlov's experiment. You have to reward yourself after you complete a goal, no matter how small it is. And that's how you learn how to complete goals and you become successful, right? And people fail things and they're not successful in what they do because, number one, if they do decide to write out goals, they'll write out like things that's just like ridiculously impossible to do, especially if it's something that they've never done. So you've already set yourself up for failure. And sometimes people do it on purpose, subconsciously, and they don't even realize it. Some people subconsciously set themselves up for failure. They'll create a goal so big and so extravagant that it can't be completed. And then when it's not completed, then they cry and say, oh, I can't do anything. Nothing ever goes my way. I'm a victim. You know, I can't do anything. I can't be successful because you literally set yourself up for failure. Sometimes big goals have to be broken down into smaller goals. And sometimes those goals have to be broken down into smaller goals. I am big on literally shit. If I got to write out a list and brush my teeth on that bit, you know, some of us go through depression. So somebody might have on their goal, brush my teeth for the day. You know, something that small can be written down. The power of writing goes a long way also. The power of writing. So that's another reason why we're not organized. You know, we got the texting and the notes and all that and apps and all that stuff. But sometimes we need to just good old handwriting. Like I do so much typing at work. Like my handwriting got so slight because I literally almost forgot how to write. But so the power of writing, the power of writing out goals and breaking them down to the point where they can be completed. And once that goal is completed, you then reward yourself. And then you create the wires within your brain, the connections, subconscious programming. And then you'll be hyped to complete a goal because you know you're going to complete it because you completed the last goal. You don't have that feeling of, oh, I did this and it didn't work, so I'm not going to do it ever again. No, you got the feeling of, well, damn, I wrote this out and I set these goals and I literally completed these goals, so I feel better about this. I feel like I can do this, okay? So it's extremely important. And if you want to gain control of your life, you've got to bring some order to your life. You know, we're all adults. We've got to start adulting at some point. And we have to bring order into our life, and nobody's going to do it but you. You can't look for somebody else to bring order into your life. You can't look for anybody else to do any of these things that you're supposed to do but you. And it's not easy. Nothing that I'm saying is easy or, you know, I'm like, yeah. No, this stuff takes time. It takes time. You know, all the stuff that we have to work through, shadow work, things that go on a daily basis, you know. So, you know, understand that things take time. But if you're willing to put the work in, you're going to see the results, right? The more you invest, it's magic. Every day you go to work, every 2 weeks you get a paycheck, right? It keeps coming. You know that. That's why you keep doing it. That's why you keep working, because you get a paycheck. If you didn't get the paycheck after that 2 weeks, you wouldn't be there. You would not be there. So that's a reward. You do the work, you get paid. So just do that for your own goals. You know, do that for your own goals. All right. So this concludes this reading for the collective. Again, this is about what we need to do what do we need to release underneath the waning cycle pretty much just started. So, we have time to pretty much process, what was talked about here and make sure that we're, goal setting and doing the things that we need to do to be productive, to be self-aware, to be spiritually aware, to be connected, to pick up the type of energy that we're putting on, to pick up how other people are responding to us, right? And just to continue to work the release. I hate that I missed most of your reading. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to leave it up. It's going to be up. It ain't going nowhere. All right, I'm going to leave this up for y'all. I'm trying to get some sleep. Try to do some homework. And I'm going to try to go live again. I'm continuing that shadow work program. And if you're interested in the program, he's talking about it. I brought the price down. It was like $4 something. I brought it down right now for $50. And it's only going to be $50 for a limited time. All right. It's got one complete week. And I'm working on the one complete stage, which is 1 week. And I'm working on the second stage. It's a 5-week shadow work program. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So I hope you guys have a great evening. Be safe. Some of y'all, whoever out there on demon time, y'all be all right. If you're at work, make sure you get home safe. I love everybody. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the continued support. And I hope this reading resonated with you. And I'm going to post it again. And let me know if it resonated once I post it, okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good evening.